We're now a salesman chasing commissions versus a professional consultant helping them make the right decisions in their career. And that's where we got to change the whole recruiting industry too. If we can't make that change, we're going to lose every time. Because somebody has 3 opportunities and you're chasing a commission, you'll be the reason why they don't take your job. So we got to work on that, really work on that. Recruiting right now, as we are today, it's the toughest $50,000 job a year. Who agrees with me? Recruiting can be the toughest $50,000 job a year. It also can be the easiest $250,000 job. Who agrees with me there? What's the difference? Influence decisions, and that's all we're going to talk about today. How you can influence decisions and change your life. You've got to have the ability to influence decisions. And to have that ability to influence decisions, it's all about relationships. So if you take a look at the dynamics of a relationship, it's not about me. It's not about me trying to place you and get a commission. What it's about is about me learning about you. All about you, your wants, your needs, desires, your family. The golden rule doesn't work anymore in recruiting. Now it's the platinum rule. You got to work with people the way they want to be worked with and learn these things by building those right relationships. Well, let's talk about the different generations that are out here. And I will give you specific information how to deal with each generation so you can influence their decision. So if you take a look at traditionalists now, they're also known as veterans, 67 years and older. They're very hardworking, dedicated, respectful, rules and authority, very conservative and traditional. Baby boomers are 44 years old to 66. That's where they're at right now. What they developed was unbelievable relationship building skills and communication skills. They had these skill set that allowed them to be very, very successful in business. And to them, it was all about building something with their experience. It's anywhere from 27 years old to 43 years old is the X generation. Now, this is where the major changes start happening. So what's most important to them is work-life balance. They're not working to live like mom and dad did and grandpa did. I want free time. I want to have some fun. I want to do what I need to do. Very self-reliant, pragmatic. Now let's move a little bit further to the Y generation. The technology these kids have, unbelievable. I mean, that's why it's very, very important when you take a look at these kids is to look at who they are and what they do, because they are different. Every generation is absolutely different. So it's important to influence their decisions. Fast-paced, fun-seeking, technology-savvy, short attention span. They may be seen as spoiled and disrespectful by some, obviously, and obviously technology-dependent. It's important to see the different generations, and not only that, their views or world views are absolutely different. So the boomer generation and veterans, or the silent generation, depending on what you want to call them, all view themselves on what they do and their title and who they are. Very important. The X generation does not, obviously. So there's a big disparity right there. Work's not that important to them. Work-life balance is most important to them. Home life is more important than work. So they work to live, not live to work. And then Y generation views it absolutely different too. They bring life to work, and they view work as life. So that's why they're doing everything at work that they normally do at home, because they see it all as one big family. How about loyalty? Veterans, I'm loyalty to GE. I'm going to stay there. Even after I'm fired, I'm going to stay there. That's how they view it. That's absolutely how they view it. Boomers the same way. They view it as long as I'm productive at work and they're using me to my best ability, I'm going to stay with the organization. The X Gen, I'm loyal to me. Now, if you take a look at the loyalty factor for millennials, this is 27 years and younger, it's not about them. It's about who they work with. Messages that motivate. If I'm a veteran or boomer, what motivates me is that I'm very fired up that you're going to use my talents and abilities to help you get your vision. If I'm an X generation, message that motivate, I'm going to give you Friday off if you do this. If you're a millennial, what's going to motivate you is how you and your project can be successful, your team can be successful together, and communication methods. And here's the biggest difference, guys. Shocks me every time I go through this. The veteran wants a formal memo once a year. That's what they want. Boomers want something formal, probably an email. In X-Gen, I just want feedback. Just tell me. I don't care. Don't send me an email. Just tell me. And then millennial, they want feedback all the time. They want to communicate all the time. Communication priorities today change. So if you're right now calling on landline and that's all you're doing, it's going to be a long recruiting career, or I should say short recruiting career this year. 7 years ago, What did we do? We left a landline voicemail. Isn't that what we did? Today, if that's all you or your office is doing, you're going to die. What I would do if I were you right now is change your strategy. I'd make sure, number one, yeah, you could use a landline. If you can't get a hold of somebody, leave a very compelling voicemail. Number two, grab a cell phone. Use that. Number three, grab his IM if you can grab that IM. Anything you can do to get all methods of communication going. The best thing to do to get a boomer on your side is let them know how well you think of what they've done in their career. X-Gen. They want to know what's in it for them. Important to think of when you're dealing with a millennial. Talk about specifically the work environment, the culture, what you're going to get out of it. Life is work, work is life, and how your culture can go into that organization and be successful. Talk about the team and the kind of team they put together. You work in this kind of a team environment. Very, very important to really start with those trusted advisor relationships. And Charles Darwin said something that was kind of profound. Isn't everything he said pretty profound? But it's not the strongest of the species that survived, nor the most intelligent, but one of the most responsive to change.